Alright, calm down, I'll do it, jeez. Hello guys, it's me and Creeping Gaming here, and so today I'm going to be doing the best medic build tutorial. It's going to be divided into 3 parts again, just like the assault build. Well, let's waste no time and let's get started into it. So the first most important skill you definitely want to max out is medkit. This is going to be so good because the more you can heal, the more your medkit heals, the less of it you're going to really need. It's also going to be especially very important for, your teammates when they get low HP. That means you don't have to waste as much medkits. So this is a skill definitely important for maxing out. Don't, max it out right away, all the way to, 25 points. Like, from level 1 to level 25, you get medkit. Because you also want to make sure that you have some speed as well. So this is definitely worth maxing out, but max it out later on. Like, maybe in the level 40s or in the low 50s. So, you could have it at, 16 points or 17 points, but, maybe, level 35, and then you can, stop for a little bit. Just as long as your medkit can heal at least quite a bit of decency. A decent amount of your HP. Well, in this case, unless you have so much HP. Well, I don't know. Well, the next thing you want to do is fast movement. Now, this is going to be especially really important during the early game. This is going to be a skill that you also want to do as well, because you want to be able to especially move fast, and by the time when you get to nightmare mode, same thing as the assault, like I explained in the part 1 of my assault build. Well, I don't know if I even explained it, but still, you really do want to be able to move faster than zombies. So this is a skill that should be especially putting lots of points on. Now you don't need to max it out necessarily, but it's definitely worth it to get a lot of points on it, just in case if your armor doesn't give you enough. But when your armor lets you have Titan Sprint boots or the Rubicon Power Assist that can give you lots of speed, basically, then you won't need as much points on fast movement. Another good skill is Body Armor Expert. Now, you shouldn't really apply this until just at about nightmare mode, because during the early game, zombies won't do much damage unless you actually go into the zombies, but, well, of course you need to avoid them. So, this is a skill that's going to be definitely worth maxing out much later on, so that you won't need as much, armor you won't need as much armor, like heavy, hard play, which in this case, no, do not put it on your medic, do not put on any type of heavy penalty, because that's a huge mistake as well. So this is a skill that's definitely worth later on, and you can max that out when you have enough levels. So maybe level 80 or level 90 after you definitely have maxed out medkit. Now, definitely another skill I would definitely just love maxing out is BioCleanse Bomb. You don't know how useful this can be unless you actually do and you used it before, but in this case, for those of you who are just beginning the game, BioCleanse Bomb is definitely something that's really, really good because it can slow down the zombies by 50% and also the resistances by 50%. It's really useful, honestly. It can also be quite useful for bosses. So, maybe a savage necrosis spawns, so that you can actually reduce the resistances by 50, especially the teleporting one. It's really annoying. So that way you can deal some more damage without having to put adaptive on your weapons, but still actually put adaptive because on your weapons, because it's especially going to be good. Well, you can ask me down in the comments below. It's still kind of hard to think about that. So, but this is definitely something that's going to be worth maxing out in the long run. After it should be maybe secondarily maxed out. After the medkit, the fast movement should be slow behind. Well, here I'll explain. So for now, you want to make sure that faster movement has the second most amount of skill points, and that medkit has the most amount of skill points when you get into level 10s and 20s, and then by then when you get into maybe level 15 or 16, you could put a few points on this, and then you can slowly develop it, and then by maybe level 70 or something, you could have it at maxed also with a medkit, as well as a Body Armor Expert, which will be pretty much decent at a good amount of points. But I don't know, you guys are gonna have to ask me a lot of them questions, which in this case I'll definitely answer them. So skills that you don't want to get: Bad Blood. No, this is not a good one because it's basically the same thing as melee damage on like melee damage or like armor. Like, you don't need this. Like, it's not really gonna be useful, and this is gonna be pretty much a waste. Final farewell. Well, considering that this is not necessarily the best skill, but it's probably, I would say maybe like 1 point on it. It's not too bad, but 1 point on it won't be too bad. It's pretty good. Revive, well, no, because you gotta be like moving around, especially in like an end game when there's like lots of zombies and like your resistance is maybe like decent, but they can do lots of damage. You don't want to just stand there. Like, sure, you might be able to make the players revive faster, but it's gonna take a long time, and it's gonna take quite a bit of skill points for it to do it. And now, protective aura, no, this is just a big no, because it's not recommended. This is just kind of a waste, because especially since that sure, it might buff your allies, your allies like heat resistancy and chemical resistancy. It's just not going to be that useful, because it's going to take a lot of skill points for it to do. Now, definitely one more skill that I do recommend doing is a critical shot, because this is a skill that's really good as well. Well, don't get it like in the early game. Get it like later on, when you have more than enough skill points, and that you don't have to put as much on fast movement. Like, you only need to put on like 9 or 10 when you have like a Rubicon power assist and like the Titan sprint boots. Like, at least you're like, when your armor gives you like decent amount of skill points. So now, also, here's another skill that I don't necessarily recommend putting it on. Zombie Antidote. This is, well, I mean, it's not too bad, but I would say it's kind of a waste of a skill, and it's just more important to go into the more important skills I listed on. So another skill, I guess you could put it also on, is fast reload. When your armor gives you like, when you have like a lot of elite cores, like when you call all of your armor to 12-3, and you also put like some like increasing it increasing it by like 5%, like you do with like this, like increasing base like armory stats by 5%, then it's especially important. Though also, fast reload could definitely be quite important, though maybe a little bit later on, though, because I mean, you could probably put an extra few skill points on it by the end game, just to get those like extra few seconds off. Because besides, once you get to like a level 100 and you have like the Titan gloves. The Titan gloves can really help you reload much faster. So.
Hey guys, it's me Creeping Game here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel to keep updated for more helpful videos. Share this with your friends. They also might find it helpful as well. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions about the SAS or medic self build. And thank you so much for watching. Peace out.